We're really excited about two new updates in the band. You may have read on our MySpace and our blogs we've been posting that we got two new guys, Steve and Dave, and they're the greatest thing that's ever happened to this band.
We've been not going anywhere for a long time.
Almost a year.
We've had a lot of
3
people
years.
in the band, and a lot of people, I mean a few, and by a few I mean one.
Yeah. Really wasn't passionate about this band. There was another video, I think we discussed that a little bit.
Yeah, I knew. I told you back then.
Oh, no.
No, I know.
I think we knew.
No, I told you.
Well, I know you told me.
I know, that's what I said. And you saw where that went.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I know where it went now.
So yeah, now you see. He listens to me later.
But
Hey, my name's Steve. I'm the new bassist or something like that for Inatreo. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know, it's not a word. Regardless, this band, as they like to put it, is like my new hobby. I tend to jump around from thing to thing. What I'm trying to do is get my face out there. I've been in commercials out the yin yang. There was this one commercial I was in. It was for like insurance or something. My name was Todd Johnson, I think it was. And all I had to do was just drive this car, and they had this nice screenshot of my face. So I'm just trying to get my face out there. And I figure if I'm in this band and, just turn my sound or whatever that is on my bass down and just, pretend I'm playing along with them, everybody will think I'm cool and they'll want me to do stuff for them everywhere. And eventually jumpstart my acting career, etc., make millions of dollars and forget these guys ever existed.
Steve, like you said, he's probably the most dedicated person I've ever seen. I know for a fact, 100% without a doubt, that the only thing he wants is to be in this band.
So the other day I was on my way to practice and I was gonna clean out my car, and instead I just looked up and posted pictures of myself online so I could, get people to see me like I said before. And I look at my passenger seat floor, like on the floor, and there's this like McDonald's bag of like week-old food that I didn't eat, I guess, or something, because I'm trying to lose weight so I can be slim and do any kind of role online. So I took it in, and it was like a number one and 2 apple pies, and I think the apple pies one was green, a shade of greenish blue. And I was like, hey, anybody want like a quarter pounder with cheese and some apple pies? And John literally, I think, had a heart attack.
He got me the number one with apple pies,
That's awesome.
which I've been wanting for years.
awesome.
And you can quote me on this. I said it. What's a meal without the apple pies? I said that.
He was jumping up and down, gave me the biggest hug, and I was just like, bro, it's cool. And he devoured it before I even tuned my bass, whatever that means, and like would not get off my back about how happy he was about this or something. Said something about some other guy promised him it and never happened, not sure exactly who he was talking about. The guy sounds like old news or whatever, but long story short, John, I pretty much have John like tied to a string right now.
He's awesome. He's probably been playing for 20 years
That's not
based
even a
on.
word for it.
I know, but I'm just.
I
I'm
know.
saying,
I'm going to use a better word than he's using. He's awesome.
Awesome. That's a good word for it.
No, awesome.
One of the coolest things I like about him, other than the fact that he's been playing bass for so long, is
What is it, like 20 years?
about 20 years.
At
it
least.
seems.
At least 20 years.
Like I don't see how you could be that good. And
There's
not
no
be
way
playing
that he's
20
only been
years.
playing for a month and a half.
No.
I mean, it's
I
20
wouldn't
plus,
believe that.
20 plus years.
So John and Andy, I guess as like a gift for being such a cool guy or something, got me this bass. And I mean, it looks cool and all, but like when I was practicing before, like playing Guitar Hero, there was only 5 buttons, and there's this like little toggle thing, and they said I had to use a pick, and there's no buttons on it at all. There's like these little switchies, and I don't know what this does because it doesn't make it any louder or change the sound at all, so I think they're useless. It's probably broken. Those guys are real cheap, especially John.
Probably the best thing ever. aside from Dave, who was also the best thing ever.
So the first time that I met Dave, we were getting ready to practice, and John called me on the way over and to let me know that Dave was coming by, that we would have this guy auditioning for the band, and told me about all this cool stuff about him. He got tattoos, he had a spiked faux hawk up, he had gauged ears, and really just all the check marks of the things we were looking for a guitar player.
So when I saw Dave, he was standing behind the counter in the studio, and it was like this light bulb went on above my head. He was standing there, he got his hair all done up, huge gauged ears, tattoos up and down his arms.
So I've officially decided actually that I'm going to let my ears grow shut, and that I'm actually going to either look into getting all of my tattoos removed, or I'm going to just wear covering clothing all the time from now on. I really am tired of the hardcore image and everything like that, and I want to go into being more of a mainstream conservative kind of guy.
I was like, this guy has got to be in a hardcore band. I mean, if he wasn't already, he's going to be in mine, basically, is what I thought.
Then he started bugging me and asked me to play in their band, play in their band, play in their band, play in their band. And I had heard their stuff, their old stuff, whenever they were like Victory Force 5 or something like that. So I knew it was kind of light, and I'm trying to get out of the hardcore scene, so I want to play some lighter acoustic stuff.
One of the coolest things that I think I like about Dave, and it was really the moment that I knew Dave would be the best guy in the world for our band, was when he walked in and he had this awesome guitar case, and it's shaped like a coffin.
And Andy seemed really excited whenever I first came over because I was borrowing my friend's coffin case, but I don't think he realizes it's not really mine. I actually have a pink case with daisies on it that my grandma made me. But I also want the guys to realize that I'm actually going to do absolutely nothing for the band. No writing. They're setting up all of my equipment, and I'm just coming and playing and leaving. I drive separate to every show. I actually have my own limo that they take me in.
He's always going the extra mile. He cleans up our stuff at practice.
Yeah. Doesn't break things or drop them.
Dusts off my drums.
Yep.
He
He plays the same notes whenever I solo.
Yep.
So the first time I ever met John, came in the tattoo shop. And all I have to say is, who the F gets barbed wire tattoo?
And then I showed him the design for the barbed wire, and immediately when he rolled his eyes at me, I was like, he's jealous. I thought of something that he doesn't have.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Heard of in my entire life, and actually had to do in my entire life.
And I was like, maybe this could be, a friendship that could last a lifetime. Basically, he had me at, this design is terrible, that'll be $200. And right then, I knew that we were going to be inseparable.
John calls me a lot. And I think I'm going to stop tattooing, and I'm actually going to open a coffee shop / bagel store so I can pursue playing my acoustic stuff. I hate your face.
Sorry, I had to call Dave.
Why?
I hadn't heard from him for like an hour and a half. We're inseparable. Did you hear me at the window? Can I come in? Let me come.
I mean, the guys are whatever. Andy, I think he's old enough to be my dad. I'm not 100% sure. John, yeah. But I've known Dave for a while. Dave's a cool guy. Other than that, I don't know the other guys.
Andy doesn't have any hair. John wears a Ghostbusters hat. And the only person I actually really like is Steve. We're BFFs.
They're honestly like an answer to prayers. Because
I've been praying very hard.
For years. I've been telling John, just pray to God we get new people.
Oh, I prayed, and here we are.
It's awesome.
We
So
have-
excited.
We have new people.